Another reason to love summer, vacation time, right? There's nothing worse than a tight back, though, stiff neck and aching legs once you finally get to your destination after taking that long road trip. It may take you days to recover from those hours of pain you endured on the trip, and we are helping you to avoid all those aches and pains this morning. And joining us now is Dr. Austin Cohen with Cohen Chiropractic Center in Atlanta. Good morning, Dr. Cohen. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
All right, we're going to talk about some tips that you should do before, during, and even after the trip. We've actually done a trip to New York from Atlanta in one day, 15 hours. While we do take breaks, it's just brutal.
Yeah, it's really stressful on the spine. And the first thing to do before is, if you're going to go on a long car road trip, the first thing to do is, if you're going to want to make sure you get your tires and your alignment checked, that's going to be what you want to do for your car. But it's the same thing with your bodies. You want to make sure you get your alignment checked for your spine and your body. So you want to get checked by a chiropractor to make sure your alignment is proper for when you go on this long road trip. So that's what you would want to do before.
Okay.
And then during the road trip, which is very essential, especially for a 15-hour long road trip, which is a very long time. The one thing you want to do is you want to make sure you take breaks and get motion in your spine. The max you would ever want to go is 2 hours without taking a break. Motion is life and movement is life. And the more motion we have, the better function we have for our body. And that would be number one. For males, make sure you take your wallet out of your back pocket, please.
Really?
Yeah, it puts a lot of stress on the pelvis right here, which alters and shifts it forward, and puts a lot of pressure on these nerves, which control and coordinate all function in our body.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Can it pinch a nerve even?
It can pinch a nerve, and sometimes you can't even feel it, usually until it's too late, too, which is the problem.
Okay, now what about after the trip? I'm really curious about that.
After the trip, keep getting more motion in there. You know, broccoli is nourishment and nutrition for the body, but motion is proper nutrition and motion for neurological function. So we want to make sure that we're just keep getting more motion in there and keep our bodies properly aligned as well right after.
Now, you recommend, say, when you're on the long stretch of highway, to put it in cruise control so you can kind of move your legs around a little bit?
Yes, put it in cruise control is a great thing to do. Also, when you're on the long road trip, you can take a towel, roll it up, put it against your low back, and it'll maintain that low back arch support. So that way it'll maintain that, so it'll keep the structural integrity of your low back spine.
Oh, that's a good idea, too. I did get one question so far on my Facebook page, and they want to know, as far as drinking, coffee, tea, or water, what do you recommend?
I personally would recommend water. Water is a great thing. It's great for the body. It hydrates the body, hydrates the spine especially. Also, what it does, it makes sure you take extra breaks. So it's going to make sure you're getting up and you're getting moving, because you're going to have to get up and use the restroom. So it'll make sure you're out there moving. My
kids actually go a long time without the restroom. Thank God for the DVD player, I'll say that for sure. And if you've got questions, by the way, the doctor is here to answer them. Dr. Cohen's going to be with us for the next hour as well, so you can email your questions to us. And our poll question is, how do you keep the kids entertained? That's another issue as well. But yeah, just follow us on Twitter, TWC Weekends. Both Betty and I have Facebook pages, and you can email us at weekendview.com on how to avoid those aches and pains when you take those long summer road trips. And we do have a viewer question for you. How do you keep the kids entertained on those road trips? We're hearing from you. Some of you have some pretty unique ideas that I might just use. Here's one for you. Sleep and play trivia games. I've never been the kid to sleep in the car. I could never do it. Here's another one for you. Portable DVD players and Game Boys. Boy, do I wish I had that when I was growing up. We used to just count the different colored cars going by, hold up signs, say hello. All right, stay with us. Betty and I will be right back. The Tropical Update coming back next.